So we have a father and son here. So did you guys ever play one-on-one?
I think once, right? When you were in the Philippines.
Once?
Oh yeah.
Only
Once.
Kinda.
Okay.
Wonder who
Kinda.
won.
You want to tell us about this one time?
It'll be a rematch.
He doesn't want the rematch now.
I don't think
Play
so.
now.
I did believe in the beginning that coaches are gonna come to him and recruit him, but that's a myth. You have to do your own research.
It was funny. They were playing with like sandals and barefoot on the
Yeah,
court.
that's right.
Yeah. So okay, guys, welcome to the Locker Room Show. We have another father and son dynamic here, and I'm Michael Abasolo, your host, and I'm with Noel Pascual, Art De La Rosa, and of course our guest CJ and Luke Alviar. Welcome to
Hey,
the show,
CJ.
guys.
Hey, CJ, Luke.
How you guys
Thank you,
doing?
thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
No problem. Welcome aboard.
yeah. CJ, you played for the Mighty Red School, Canbeda. So tell us more about your career, how it all began, and where did you guys, of course, end up?
So as far as San Beda, right? Growing up, I grew up in San Beda, elementary to high school, and I was a late bloomer. I never really, you know how it is in San Beda, all boys school. You
Yeah.
have different priorities right there growing up. It's all about being the alpha male, and basketball wasn't really my thing growing up. But I discovered that I liked basketball sophomore high school. I was in second year, and to be honest, I wasn't really that good. But most of it are just disappointments after disappointments. So that kind of like drove me to take it to the next level. And you know Coach Ato, right? Like his standards are really high, and you have to compete with everybody who wants to play basketball. And I was one of those guys who's trying out, who failed and made it, and then failed again. So that's pretty much my basketball career in San Beda. I really excelled at college when I played. I didn't go to San Beda for college. I went to Mapua,
Hmm.
and that's when I was able to use my basketball skills, and I played there.
Oh, that's very interesting. I actually have a classmate. He was also similar to your story. So we got him on our team. So I was on the team like from the beginning, but we got him on the team like towards the end. So he was kind of like you mentioned, like a late bloomer in a sense. And then he actually went to Mapua and he played at Mapua as well. So you guys have a very similar story.
You're talking about Oscar?
Yes, Oka.
Okay, Cabrera. Yeah, I know his story.
Okay.
I know his story. He's
Yeah,
older
he's
than
a
me, but
very
I
good
know
friend of
who he
mine.
is.
Okay,
Yeah, I know
he's
who
a
he
very
is.
good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, he says next time I go to the Philippines, he wants to play one-on-one. So, Mike, I'm sure Mike knows Oka too, because he plays in the alumni league.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Cabrera, yeah.
Yeah.
And look, so did you know that part of your dad's story or?
Oh yeah, he tells me all his stories, basketball story. So,
Okay. So how did your love for basketball grew? Aside from your dad, like I'm not sure if he pushes you when you were young. Go play basketball. Go play basketball. Was basketball your first love as a sport?
Yeah, it was like at first it was more just like fun, like just trying to play and play with friends. And he just kind of pushed me to like take it seriously, even though I didn't really, I wasn't really into it at first. And then I think I took a break. I just like told him I didn't want to play no more. So he just let me stop. And then when I stopped, that's when I kind of just like, I think I want to play basketball. So I think like around 8, 7, that's when I started playing again. And then ever since then, just took it serious. And then, I think that's my first love for sure.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, so kind of just to go back to your dad in a sense. So because you said you played in San Beda and then you went to Mapua, but in our alumni, you're in our San Beda team. So I kind of want to get that story because you could obviously go to Mapua as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, the thing is with Mapua, it's a co-ed, and you have a lot like. It's not like San Beda, like growing up in San Beda, like the bonding, the brotherhood, and that's what kind of like gravitated to me. Where I'm a loyal Bedan, I would say.
okay. Okay. Well, we
I'm a
love
loyal
that. We love to hear
yeah,
that.
I have the red blood, the red and the white.
Yeah,
So
okay. Well, Mike here. He went from kindergarten all the way to college, so he
All the way
doesn't
to
know any
college.
other school.
Yeah.
He has the biggest loyal medal.
The biggest heart.
So to transition, can you tell us about Luke? How like growing up and everything, kind of what he mentioned a little bit already.
well, the beginning, his older brother, wanted basketball. Luke is just one of those kids like who just likes to play with his toys and all that stuff. But I saw the potential in him at 5 years old, and my mentality was, if somebody would have, pushed me when I was young at that age, I would have been 10 times a better player than I am or I was. But that I guess I put it to the extreme. Like that's why he said he stopped. Like as early as 5 years old, I was pushing him like to a point where he misses out on birthday parties, and like he never really had a normal five-year-old life, because Saturday morning you have to wake up, and of course yelling at a 5-year-old kid in the park. It's not fun for the kid, right?
You're like more strict than Ato.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing is, like, I can say I'm living off my dream through him or my frustration.
Yeah.
But my mentality is like I was a late bloomer, and I never had that advantage. And I was surrounded by girls in the family. I never had this father figure. My dad wasn't around, so I kind of like compensated on him. But like I said, it's more of he hated it in the beginning, to a point where like, okay, every time I would call him, let's go practice, he would tear up. Then one day I just got fed, and you know what? If you don't want to practice, don't practice. For a year, I just stopped. Then he would shoot around at school. I would pick him up. I wouldn't even encourage basketball. I was like, all right, let's go home. Then one day he just told me, hey Dad, can I play in the park league? Paid 100. Then I saw him that he wanted it.
Yeah, that actually makes a big difference. I've had a friend, I saw a similar thing. I said, it's better if this kid wants it, because if the kid doesn't want it, the dad and the kid will just get frustrated at each other.
Right.
So the kid has to actually want it. So that's very good.
So Luke, can you tell us more about your school, Hope International, the team in this school, Hope International Royals?
Yeah, it's a little small Christian school. A lot of athletes. We're probably one of the best in our conference. We go against like Westmont, Vanguard, a lot of good teams, but I think we're probably one of the top ones right now.
And I noticed your number during high school, it's 0.
Yeah.
What did you wear the number 0? Was it because of Agent Zero?
Damian Lillard.
Oh,
Damian
okay.
Lillard.
Oh,
I like Dame. And I was number 3 all of middle school, and just wanted something different.
What position do you play?
Point guard.
Okay.
Kind of mix it up. Shooting guard, point guard.
Okay.
You were a pretty good offensive player. You were in high school.
Yeah.
And so, would your coach play you like sort of like a combo position?
Yeah, it was combo, I think. A lot of the guards were like the same, so we just interchanged who bring up the ball, who shoots. But there wasn't like a point guard, shooting guard. It was just like whoever had the ball could bring it down, and then you just play off that.
So I know sometimes some players play a certain position, but that's not their favorite position. So, for example, I was kind of forced to play center, but I really preferred forward. So, is there a difference between what position guard you want to play as opposed to what they actually play you more?
Nah. I think I enjoy both, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So earlier, we were kind of talking before we got on board here. So we just had Coach Chris Gopez earlier. So how do you guys know Coach Chris?
I played against him in middle school.
Yeah, I met Gopez in the club team. We used to go against his team Edge. And
Okay.
that's how I knew Gopez. And it's more of like a coach to coach relationship. Then he met Luke.
Okay. Yeah, he was telling us that that Edge team, that's where Onyeka Okongwu, I guess, where he first started.
Mhm.
That's interesting. All right.
How about during high school? Did you develop through your coach's tutelage, or did you hire a trainer just to develop you when you were in high school?
Oh no,
Or
my
was your
dad.
daddy?
My dad is my
Oh.
trainer. Yeah.
Your dad was the trainer.
Yeah, that's free
Right, that's-
training.
The trainer, the
gotta
coach,
pay.
the manager,
Everything.
The good, the bad,
Okay,
and the
yeah,
ugly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
so
okay.
seriously,
Okay,
how
so
did the training went? Yeah, how did that go?
I mean, it's always gonna be tough, but thankful for it. It put me where I am today, so yeah, it definitely got me better.
Okay, so this is like the locker room talk show, right? So we're gonna get into like a nitty gritty question here. So we have a father and son here. So did you guys ever play 1-on-1?
I think once, right? When you were in the Philippines.
Once?
Oh yeah.
Only
Once.
Kind of.
Okay.
wonder who
Kinda.
won.
Do you want to tell us about this one time?
It'll be a rematch.
He doesn't want the rematch now.
I don't think
Play
so.
now.
I would pass, but he was smaller than me, and he was 15, right? You were 15 when we went to the
Yeah,
Philippines.
15.
It was like against those Filipino players, and I was a little bit younger.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because we just had recently we had also a father and son combo, and asked the same question.
Uh-huh.
What's funny there is I think the son is only 15, but he can already beat the dad.
Yeah, 15-year-old. I remember when I was 15. Yeah, you could. Oh, you already have your game back. You're 15. You've been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
That's like
Sure.
when you're a freshman, sophomore in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus the way they play right now, and you know how it is, how we grew up playing. We just play
Street
you know,
ball, right?
street ball, no trainers, and what they like. I was telling him, if I know what I know now, probably get a time machine and go back.
Well, I wanted to ask this. So, Luke, we were talking before, and you mentioned it a little bit. So I know that one time we were at the UAP NCAA game, right? You're watching your dad, and you were actually injured. Can you tell us a little bit about how that happened, how you recovered, and up to now?
Yeah, so I think it was 2018 in summer. I was just like coaching a camp, and I just felt like something was like in my knee, like just floating around, and I couldn't tell what it was. I keep telling people like, I think there's something wrong with my knee, and then people are like, I go into trainers, they're like, oh, I don't know, you just need a stretch, blah blah blah. And then I finally got it checked at the doctors, and they're like, just get an MRI, let's just see what it is. And then they found like this big chunk of cartilage just floating around in my knee, like it just detached or whatever.
Mhm.
So they told me like just stop playing because it's just gonna get worse. So I waited for surgery. So they're able to take it out, but they weren't able to replace it. So I had to wait for a donor. So I was just waiting like a couple months. And they told me I was gonna get it in January. So I already redshirted my freshman year because I was already gonna go through surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And then January they said that they couldn't find a donor. So I just kept waiting. And then I found a donor, and then they did something to the cartilage. It got messed up, so I couldn't get the surgery.
Oh, wow.
So I just kept waiting. So that whole year of just waiting my freshman year. So I'm just sitting down, you know, not really doing anything, just doing my own thing, shooting around. And then I finally got it in May. I was able to get a donor. I got it put in. And then the whole summer, I'm just, you know, shooting basically in a chair. I had my brother rebound for me. I was lifting the whole time, though. The whole time I couldn't play basketball, I was like lifting. I might as well get stronger.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I did that. And then they told me it was going to be like a year recovery. So then I got back to school, but I was already like trying to play. I wasn't really trying to wait no more because I felt like I was able to move enough to play. And then they were just making this developmental team in my school. It's like a B team, but they're just gonna be playing like junior colleges and like stuff like that. So I told myself I might as well just try and play and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I did the physical therapy to say I can go into sports therapy, and that's not really like working out. It's just like to test, like get the strength back basically. But the movement wasn't like where I wanted it to be, but I really wanted to play. So I just told them like, I'll play. They put me on that team, and then I did good. I did pretty good for that season. I led the team in scoring, had like, I think like 30 a game, like 30 points a game.
Well, that's more than pretty good.
Yeah, so it wasn't that many players though. It was like 8 players, 9 players. And I didn't think they were as skilled as me, but you know, I might as well work. I worked with the system. I got me better. I was getting in shape. And then after that season ended, I had a chance to move up, but then I really wanted to get my knee right. So I did the sports therapy for a couple months, and then Corona happened, so I had to cut that short. So I just been working out since.
Wow, that's a pretty good story. So when you were talking about earlier that you were waiting for a donor, was it a particular? Did you have to have a particular donor, or was it just that many cartilage?
Yeah, I don't think there was enough cartilage. I don't even know, to be honest.
It's a cadaver donor.
Yeah.
It's a cadaver donor. Like they have to harvest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Somebody-
literally,
Oh,
a teenager has to die to give
Yeah,
release to
so
him.
it's not like, oh, okay. So that's why it's harder. Gotcha.
There was a lot of waiting. It could have been my own, but they said the chunk was too big, so I had to wait.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow.
was the waiting tough? Of course, being injured, being immobile for months is actually tough. So how was that? How was that for you mentally?
It just made me want to play more, to be honest. And then I just took that time to just get stronger, and I think that's when I started to like really want it more. Because I think senior year I was kind of just like going through the motions, but then once that happened, I was like, I really missed like playing and stuff. So, yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
fully?
So. Oh, go ahead, Art.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if you're fully recovered now. And you said you've been
Yeah.
playing already, right?
Yeah,
That's
I think
good.
I am. Obviously, I can get stronger, but yeah, it's good now.
So your dad, CJ, shared with us this clip from high school. I think you was a senior. Fox Sports came out there. I think it was Granada Hills, right?
Yeah.
And then he shared us some other clips where you were actually already playing at Hope International. So can you kind of take us through those two clips?
Say that again.
Oh, so somebody.
Oh, some. Is that a TV? I'm sorry.
Is that?
I think that's my dad. I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
CJ, is that
Is that
you?
a TV?
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe you can put it on mute. Oh,
He
can you?
can't hear us. Okay, there.
Okay.
Yeah. So just I guess that's from your senior year, a transition to college.
Yeah.
High school. Yeah.
You want to say what? How was the transition?
Yeah. Like playing high school ball to like college ball.
Oh yeah, college. It's like in high school. There's obviously gonna be some people who aren't like as good, not really that good. But in college, like everyone was at the best in their high school. So you just have to be ready every day, compete.
Bigger, faster, stronger, huh?
So, as far as your teammates in your school right now, what's the background, like ethnicity background of your teammates? Are you like, for example, are you the only Filipino, or are there other Filipinos there, for example?
I think I'm the only Filipino in the school, to be honest.
Really? The whole school?
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole school.
okay.
I don't see a lot of Filipinos.
Okay.
Most of
What's the majority?
African American, my teammates.
Okay.
And then around the school, a lot of white people. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only Filipino at the school.
Well, that's good. That means you can hang, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
CJ, has anybody from the motherland contacted you about Luke?
I had a few.
Yeah, he had a few offers, huh?
I had a few people talking to me about him. And like I said, after that injury, you know what, to be honest, like when that injury happened, like I thought it was the end, because like the same injury, like it's not cartilage, but the same left knee that ruined me. It's just like, this is not happening again. So I kind of like learned to trust God, God's process in this. Like, hey, God, you're teaching me something to just like, what? Like, this is out of my control, because I was a very controlling dad. Like the way he moves, the way he plays. That's why he hated his senior year, because like there was a point where he's just playing it to please me. And that was I guess good and bad, but mostly I learned to discipline myself. Like if I was watching him, I have to go to the corner of the gym and just like, don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And from that point on, I just take videos and we talk about it. Then I post some videos. Then from that, people start like asking me about it. And especially beginning of the year, my friend Chito from Magnolia, his coach is Magnolia. We talked about it, and he kind of like, I don't know if it's ready for you, but you know, and he kind of mentioned Mapua, because I know a coach and somebody from UE, Jack Santiago from UE.
Jack Santiago. Yeah.
I was supposed to meet him July or June of this year when COVID happened.
Oh, very, very interesting. So I want to ask this, Luke, I want to ask you this question, and pretend your dad's not here. So, he can't hear us right now, right?
Right.
Today you can't hear us, right? Okay, tell me the truth. When you were growing up, you were playing all these leagues, the little league, like even before high school, right? Was your dad one of those dads that would scream and coach you from the floor?
Like a stage father?
Yes.
Honestly, not like in the moment. Yeah, you just wait till you get home, and then you just. Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
There's been a few instances where he got like really heated, and then he would say something, but during the game, it's kind of like you see the face, and then you're gonna get it when you get home.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I like that. You're honest, but that's actually worse.
In the clip, the guy here in the clips in the background, was that your dad? It seems like he's either excited or fearful.
No, he doesn't say anything unless he's mad. If he's happy, you know you're doing good. He's not talking. But if he starts talking, then you know you need to step up.
Dude, I think your dad turned off his mic now. He doesn't want to talk.
He knows.
He's on mute.
So you're gonna get it after this interview.
Hey, CJ, you were talking about Atto, right, earlier? Yeah, it sounds like you're actually worse than Atto. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, Atto is. I never made it to his team anyway. I only played for him once.
Right. So we just like to thank our sponsors, Top Digital Studio, a digital marketing agency. Just go to topdigitalstudio.com to learn more about how video creatives are done right. And you can catch this episode of the show every Friday at 4 p.m. at mybalits.com. And if you can click the subscribe button or like us on our YouTube channel, please. Show us some love. So, can you tell us more about your coach in your current school, Luke? How does he run practices? How is his system like? Where do you fit into the system?
Yeah, his system is more of like a motion, so everyone has like an opportunity to score. He lets you play your game. He's very laid back. He's not like a crazy coach that he wants you to get better. He's very encouraging. So yeah, he's a really good coach. He knows the game. He has like a winning record over here, so trust him a lot, and yeah, he's a really good coach.
So when you say motion, there's no set plays, and you just kind of read and react. Is that how?
Yeah, I read and react.
Okay.
There's a couple like plays that he puts in, but it always like when it breaks down, there's a motion to where you can try and fix it and just move around and try and get a bucket out of that.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, since you're in your junior year, so any plans beyond the seniors, or you're not thinking about it, or
Plans?
yeah, plans? Maybe junior. Are you looking beyond your junior year now, or you're still at the moment?
Yeah, I'm trying to just be in the moment because it's my first time playing with the team, so I'm just trying to make an impact and get better. Hopefully in the future, start and just have goals for myself. Maybe in the Philippines, get ready for that. So yeah.
Oh, so you do have plans of playing overseas if ever. So you're open.
Yeah, that's my goal for sure. But right now, I'm just focused on how I'm gonna perform for school, and then hopefully that translates to the future.
How old are you right now?
20.
20. And CJ, you mentioned earlier that other college schools there are trying to contact you for.
Yeah, I had a few conversations with some coaches. Yes.
Did UP contact you too? Or
Say that.
UP.
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
'cause,
I mean, Alex. I know Alex. He's coaching UP, but you'll never know what the future is gonna give you.
So with that being said, Luke, do you know some Tagalog?
I understand, but talking is kind of.
Okay.
But I understand everything.
So if I talk to you in Tagalog right now, you understand?
Yeah, I understand. They always talk to me in Tagalog at home.
Okay.
All the
That's
curse-
good. That's good.
all the
Because that
curse
means
words.
you'll pick it up easier.
Yeah, no, when I was there, they didn't think I could understand, but they would be talking about me, and I'm just like, I just hear them all the time. When I'm-
So since you're open to playing overseas, especially for the motherland, as TJ, any D-League teams approached you, or
No.
just college teams?
Just college teams.
Just college teams.
Yeah, college teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mentioned UP earlier because a bunch of like former San Beda players, their sons, a lot of them are going to UP to play. Like Benji Perez.
I was talking to Ricky about it.
RC's going there. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes there, right?
Yeah. Well, I think he's gonna start. I think he just graduated from La Salle High
Right.
School, and then I think he's gonna go to UP.
Right.
Yeah. And then also Mackie's son, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played with him in the Open Gym at Phil-Am with Gopez.
I might have. Think so.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can play with San Beda. I mean, they've been champions.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
right, yeah.
You can go San Beda, then he can play for our UAAP NCAA team.
Exactly.
But I know like UP has a goal right now because they haven't won championship since since '86, right?
Yeah,
Since
when Benji was there, right?
Yeah. So it's been that long. So
But UP's that's like the number one school there. So
Mhm.
might be, yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's
we'll
that.
see. San Beda, you gotta keep San Beda in mind. There you go.
Yeah.
He's been there.
Ato's not coaching anymore, CJ, so it's okay.
Yeah, I took him there once. I took him to San Beda once. With
Okay.
JB
Oh, okay.
Seaton
Seaton.
invited me.
Yeah.
He was still in middle school. So when we came,
Uh-huh.
he was 13 years old. I took him to San Beda. And actually, we got lost. We went to the Minjola campus. I didn't know they already moved
so
to,
they moved.
to the
Oh yeah,
other
they moved. Yeah.
So we went, and it was a good experience. We practiced with the team. And
Okay.
Oh, I did. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it was
played.
fun.
Yeah, it was. We had a great time.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
They always come
many-
here almost every year, like here in the California to train. Yeah.
So how many times have you been over there, Luke?
Twice.
Okay. So what's your impression of the Philippines?
No, yeah, I like it. It's a lot of nice people. A lot of people that like basketball. But yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
the basketball country.
That's the number one sport there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay,
It
cool.
was funny. They were playing with like sandals and barefoot on the court.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Little kids running around.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, they had the recent typhoon with the floods. They even play, even if there's rain or flooding, they still play.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you notice when you go drive on the streets, right? They have their own like man-made backboard and rims.
Yeah, the little ones. Yeah, they're everywhere.
So, how was the recruitment process for you with Hope? But first, I want to get your feel for the recruitment before CJ and before your dad gets involved with the recruitment. How was that like?
Honestly, I wasn't really getting recruited at first. It was more just like junior colleges that were really interested in me. But then, like through church, they knew a person out here at Hope, and they just told us to send the videos. And then the coach invited us in to watch a game. And then he told me to start coming to the open runs, played in the open runs. And then he watched one of my AAU games, and then kind of just figured it out right there. And then, yeah, that's how the recruiting was. But not a lot of colleges were really trying to go after me like that. It was a lot of like junior colleges that were out in the Valley. And then I was leaning towards Moore Park if I wasn't going to go to Hope. But then Hope ended up working out. So, yeah,
How about you, CJ? How were you there during the process?
Yes. Oh, the whole I guess
process.
since middle school.
Mhm.
Well, it wasn't I expected it to be. Like, like when you go to club teams, they give you this false advertisement of like, if you go to this club team, coaches, we guarantee your son is going to play in college. Then when he went to high school, I get these emails about recruiting process and all that stuff. And one of the things that I learned is it's not really, I never believed that, I did believe in the beginning that coaches are going to come to him and recruit him, but that's a myth. You have to do your own research. So what we did differently is like, I didn't send an email. He sent an email to coach. We just, search colleges and find out who the coach is. He sent an email. 1 out of 1,000 is going to respond. And once you get a response, then some of them are going to say, oh, we're not interested. How's your SATs? How's your grades and all that stuff? But they're not interested unless you're a 6'8" point guard. So that's why he said he wasn't recruited, because like that's what I thought before. But a lot of those which you would see on Instagram, like kids, oh, my son signed or committed to this school. He committed, but when it comes to like the scholarship and all that, they didn't get any. So they ended up not playing in college because it didn't work out. Because one thing we did differently is we started like emailing coaches, and once we got a bite, then we just start having this conversation like, Luke, can I watch some of your games? Then he would invite us. So it's more of like you doing the recruiting. It's not the coaches recruiting you. So that's, unless you're just like, like a 6'8" or a recruitable, But that was the process for us. It was really frustrating in his senior year, and especially after he graduated. Like, we really have nothing, and that's the part again. Like I always say, like I'm proud of him, but I would say this is God's work. Like if this isn't God, I don't know what it is, because he closed all the doors, so he just opened one door for him, and then this is hope. And we ended up signing. He got his scholarship the day before he's gonna move in. So that was just a miracle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story. And first of all, your story, Luke, with your recovery and everything, that was very inspiring. So I don't know if you know this story or not, and we talked about it amongst us recently already. But so I played in San Beda, where your dad graduated and played also. But I'm originally from here, so I only went there like 2 years to play high school. Then I came back. So when I came back here, I played with. I was older; they were younger. Okay, but I played with Jimmy Alapag, Mark Agiwa. I don't know if you know these guys. So Alex, you mentioned Alex Cabagnot, right? So if you know their history, they actually played in junior colleges here. And Mark, right, when he went to the Philippines, he wasn't even starting, but he got a break. Like I think somebody got injured and he got his break. So and now these are like legends of the PBA. So I can kind of just from talking to your dad and just hearing this, I can kind of see something like that is possible for you. So just kind of keep your hopes up and don't give up.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So, Luke, CJ, in behalf of Noel, Art, and Top Digital Studio, we'd like to thank you for your time. It was nice to see you again, CJ. And Luke, nice to have met you. So this is the Locker Room Talk Show, and have a great day.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys around. Okay.
See you after COVID.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
definitely.
After COVID,
We gotta defend our 40 and up championship, right?
I'm playing in the 40 and up. I was supposed to play this week last Sunday, but
Oh, okay.
I just got scared. I was supposed to have a league
Yeah, no,
Rancho
with the
Cucamonga.
COVID, it's kind of. But by the way, Luke, your dad on our team, we won the championship last year, 40 and up. Your dad is like the Energizer bunny on our team. If we
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I see.
He
stay in
made
there, he's gonna jump around and grab some rebounds down on the floor. So I love that. Okay, we'll see you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.